Woodstock 50, and we're talking Greta Van Fleet, Black Keys, Killers, Jay-Z, Miley Cyrus, and a lot more. I'm John Bowden from Rock History Music. I know this is confusing because there are actually two different Woodstock festivals. One at Bethel Woods at that auditorium where the original Woodstock took place. And then there's another one Michael Lang put together, who was in charge of, well, partially in charge of organizing the original Woodstock. This is the one, the latter, we're talking about in this case. The one with Michael Lang, according to Billboard a few days ago, was supposedly having problems with finances because it's considered a first-time festival. And when that happens, artists who are performing, who are signing on the dotted line, have to be paid in full because it's a first-time festival. Word got out that they maybe could be having problems. Then all of a sudden, everything came through. So though it's not official yet, Imagine Dragons are going to be there, Run the Jewels, Gary Clark Jr., Cage the Elephant, Dead and Company, which is an offshoot of the Grateful Dead, who were at the original Woodstock, Chance the Rapper, as well as the aforementioned The Killers, Greta Van Fleet, Black Keys, Jay-Z, and Miley Cyrus. There's also rumors that Janelle Monáe, Kacey Musgraves, and Halsey are in the lineup. Michael Lang, who was part, as I said, of the original Woodstock, said in a statement, "We are thrilled by all the excitement of Woodstock 50, but we have an obligation to the fans, artists, and partners to do things the right way. We are in the final stages of laying the groundwork and can't wait to stage this once-in-a-lifetime event." He added, "We'll be officially announcing the lineup and tickets on sale soon. Stay tuned." He also promised a multi-generational thing, which is, of course, reflected in this new lineup. I look at this and I ask myself, what would it take for me? I'm on mountain time. I'm on the West Coast. What would it take for me to fly to the East Coast, go to an area where, I mean, seriously, go to an area where there are no hotels. I'm sure a lot of people will be glamping. There'll probably be a lot of deals for that sort of thing. But have you thought about this? I mean, I'm 59 years old. I was not old. I was 9 when Woodstock happened. There was no universe unless my parents were hippies, and trust me, my parents were anything but hippies, to go to the original Woodstock, even though I was in New Brunswick at the time. I lived a few states up from the original Woodstock, but it might as well have been on Mars for me because there was no universe where I would have been there. So if you asked yourself this, I can't help but ask myself, what would it take for me to want to fly to the East Coast, not sure where I'm going to stay, considering the location? I mean, remember, there are 2 festivals happening that weekend. The other has already announced their lineup: Arlo Guthrie, Ringo Starr, Edgar Winter, the Doobie Brothers, and Santana. And the rumor is they're trying to get Santana for this festival as well. I mean, they'll be in the vicinity. And it's all happening August 16th to 18th, so I guess 1 or 2 bands could be interchangeable. But again, what would it take for you to fly out there? I made a list of some people. I mean, I have to have a rabbit pulled out of a hat for me, I think, to go. I would like to go as I'm covering music. It would be great. I'm sure I could get a press pass very easily. I work for a major broadcasting company. Besides my work on YouTube, I could get a press pass. But to me, it would have to be a Zeppelin one-time show, and Zeppelin would not need a festival because it would be a bigger deal than even a Woodstock 50 if they got together. Pink Floyd, even though Richard Wright is dead, it would have to be, they wouldn't need a festival because they would be doing okay. Genesis, I'm not so sure. I'm a big fan of Genesis, but it would take something like that for me to go. Van Halen, a reunion with both singers. Not just David Lee Roth, it would have to be Sammy Hagar too. I would need something. What I would like to see for me to go, even though I can see Elton John anywhere I want, it would have to be an Elton John, Billy Joel thing. It would have to be, who else do I have? Guns N' Roses. I'm not a big Guns N' Roses fan, but I could understand them trying to get Guns N' Roses, Deep Purple, the Moody Blues, yes, AC/DC, the Stones, Heart, maybe a reformed Grand Funk Railroad with Mark Farner. Doesn't look like that'll ever happen. I'd love to see Toto there. They're so big these days. They've kind of come full circle. When I saw the name Miley Cyrus on there, my first reaction was, God. There's certain artists that I can't watch at all on TV. After seeing her stick her butt at the camera, there was just a part of me that said, okay, I'm done. I'm done with this artist. No more. I'm allowed to do it. I know people are saying Miley Cyrus has great talent. Blah, I go blah, 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 blah. I don't have to. I'm done. I'm done with that artist. Thank you. Have fun with Miley. But that's not going to be enough to tarnish me from going to this festival, because I think the idea of going to a festival is also being enriched by new artists. I mean, I'd probably be there and I'm going, is that Miley Cyrus sticking her butt out in my face again? There are worse things than twerking, I'm sure. But anyway, so the lineup's not bad for me, but I don't know if it's enough for me to fly across the country. What about you? I'm curious. I love your feedback. What would it take? Well, first of all, would you go? Let me know. Would you go to this festival? Let me know where you're at, and would you fly across the country to go? I know a lot of people watch this channel. We all got kids, grandkids, mortgages, car payments. Some have jobs, some don't have jobs. What would it take for you to fly? Would you go with this lineup? If not, what would it take for you to go across the country? Let's just say if you're where I'm at. What would the bands have to be? Let me know. I'm really curious about this. Because I remember in the 80s, I was out west and all these festivals were happening, and I kept thinking, I can't get myself to go. I want to be there. I feel like I'm missing out. But there's a part of me that even though I have enough money to possibly make it, I can't seem to get myself to go. Being multi-generational, of course, there are going to be a lot of young folks going, let's hop in the car and go that way. And they can do it. But you, the watchers, the listeners of this channel, by the way, thank you. We're almost at 32,000 subscribers. What would it take for you to go? Let me know. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Bowden. This is Rock History Music.